Good morning and welcome to the Paris Menifee Valley Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program. Thank you for being here. We're going to start with the prayer by Joe Strange from Student Venture, and then Mayor Scott Mann from the City of Menifee will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So, gentlemen, if you could please come forward and we'll get the program started. Joe.
Good morning. We can all stand up, guys and gals.
Thanks for doing that.
Good morning. Let's pray. Father, we just thank you for this morning, and we thank you for the life you've given us and the breath you give us every day. I pray that you would just bless this morning and just bless the young leaders here as they go on in the future and just try to make a big impact for this community and the surrounding communities as well. And so, God, just bless this time. I also pray for the leaders now that are making decisions in our community. Just continue to guide them and bless everything that we do, Father, for you. We ask these things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Good morning. Please join me in honoring our nation's flag. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
You may be seated. And I should have said that was Mayor Scott Mann from the City of Menifee, because I don't want Paris people to think I don't know the difference. Okay, so this is the last Student of the Month program before the Student of the Year program. So students, you'll be the last ones to be able to also apply to be Student of the Year, which is quite an honor, but it's an incredible honor that you're here today. Let me tell you a little bit about the program. This program has been in existence in Paris and Menifee for 17 years, and the mission is as follows. The Student of the Month program is a local high school recognition program supported by the community to acknowledge and honor college, vocational, trade school-bound senior students for their character, their love of learning, commitment to academics, participation in athletics, school activities, community service, or the ability to persevere and overcome difficult life circumstances in a setting that honors God, country, family, community, and free enterprise. And I'm Jonathan Greenberg. I'm superintendent of the school district, and I'm pinch hitting. Now we're at that, baseball's back. I mean, life cannot exist without baseball. And so baseball is back, so I am pinch hitting for Sally Myers, who's she and her husband own this Sizzler, I think about 20 others, 3 or 4 Richies, and a lot of other restaurants in Southern California and throughout actually the state of California. Normally she's here and she does a tremendous job with this, but she's a businesswoman and she and her husband are traveling all the time, so I'm happy to sit in. At this time, what I'm going to do is introduce our principal and our students. And when I do that, I'd like the families that are here in support of the students to stand as well. First of all, from Paris High School, Principal Nick Hilton, and our Student of the Month, Jose Guadalupe Aguirre and his family. Please stand up. Thank you and congratulations. From Heritage High School, Principal Julie Zero, and Student of the Month, Jalen Renee Noble. Congratulations. From Paris Lake High School, Principal Dean Hauser, and Student of the Month, Erica Shiukawa. And finally, from Paloma Valley High School, Principal Don Williamson, and our Student of the Month, Jose de Jesus Urgueta. Again, thank you all and congratulations. As you'll hear from many of the speakers, being Student of the Month is a big deal. Not only because there are a lot of seniors who are doing incredible work at all of our schools, but it's just an incredible statement of working hard. A lot of people think that Students of the Month are the smartest students on campus. And in many cases, we all say that they're pretty smart kids. But really what distinguishes them from the students that are not here, who've not been recognized, is the fact that they persevere. They don't give up. When there's a choice between watching a TV show or a game and doing your homework or getting ready for drill or whatever it has to be related to school, you put that first. And of course, after your family and after God, but certainly right there in the top 5 was school and doing your work. So we're all very, very proud of you. Today, we have 2 chambers of commerce that sponsor this event, the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce and the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce. And without their support and the support of the business people and our elected officials and their representatives that are here, we would not be able to put on a breakfast like this. And I know parents, this is the first time you come, and when you come to something like this, you think, okay, it's going to be like a little recognition ceremony, and then you walk in the room and you see all this and you go, wow. Well, wow, the wow belongs to the Chambers of Commerce who support it. So at this time, I'd like to ask John Denver, representing the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and Cindy Espinosa, CEO of the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce, to come forward and say a few words.
I am John Denver, the real John Denver, and I am with the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce. This was started 17 long years ago, seems like 100 years ago, and I remember when we started it is because we had a bunch of kids that were doing real well, and they were going on to college, they were going on starting businesses, and we wanted to recognize them. The business community wanted to. We have a strange thing in Menifee, Paris, and that is that the colleges, a certain percentage of our colleges here in town graduate people from college and everything, and then because of the lack of jobs here, they move on. They all go to Orange County and they move on. And so we wanted to get you guys to think about coming back to Menifee and coming, and even Paris, it's okay, and if you have to. And the idea is that we followed you guys for 17 years. Contact us, by the way, and you guys will, as more than most, you'll start your own businesses. You will become leaders in a business. You will do all kinds of things, and we want you to come back and think about Menifee in Paris. And we welcome you all. Congratulations.
Well, good morning. I'm Grant Bennett. I'm one of the board members with the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce, and this is Cindy Espinosa. She's our new CEO. And I told her I'd speak this month because she hasn't done it before, so we'll train her in what we're doing. But the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce and Menifee Chamber of Commerce, we're both very proud of the students that are being honored today. It's a big thing. It's not just every student gets to be honored. You have 700, 800 kids in your graduating class, and you're here representing one of 800. So that's a very impressive thing to have bestowed on you, and your parents should be proud of you. You should be thankful that you have parents that are so supportive of you and make such a difference. The Chamber of Commerce, like Mr. Denver said, we want you to come back, be part of it, be part of our communities. The positive impact that you can make on the other students that are going to be coming up later and following you and being a role model for them, that's so important. But the business community really wants you to be part of what we're doing in our communities because we're trying to make a difference for the whole, and you could be a big part of that. So on behalf of the Chambers of Commerce, we want to thank you and say congratulations. Thank you.
So Cindy, you took copious notes, and you'll write it all down and you'll have that. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of people to thank who are involved in this event, but briefly I want to talk about a few. First of all, I want to recognize our board vice president, Joan Cooley, who's here, and Joan comes every month in support of this, so thank you, Mrs. Cooley. And I also want to thank our former board president, who is religious about coming to this event, and that's Mr. Bill Holstrom. Thank you very much, Mr. Holstrom. Also like to thank the volunteers that are here. Now, putting an event like this together every month is a big deal. It takes a lot of time, a lot of coordination, and we're very lucky that both Sarah Rico and Lori Ortel, who work over in my office, are here today. Ladies, can you raise your hands to be recognized? They're right over there. We have, although they're not here, The scholarship portion of this program is done by Carrie Zamora and Andrea Donahue. We have an accountant, Kim Garcia from KSG and Associates, and our development, meaning somebody who goes out there and beats the streets to make sure that our businesses, new ones to the community, understand that supporting Student of the Month is a good thing and they need to get involved. Mayor Darrell Bush from the City of Paris and Dorothy Woolens, who's the CEO for the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, are in charge of that. So I want to recognize them. Now, all of you received this program, and if you look at the program right now, briefly I want to recognize the meal sponsors, meaning the people that paid for this breakfast that we all say is a breakfast of champions. It certainly will fill you up for breakfast, and for some of us, it'll be our lunch as well. So we want to congratulate the meal sponsors that are here, but all of them are listed in your program. We want to thank the City of Menifee, Mayor Scott Mann. Mayor, raise your hand again. Mayor Scott Mann, City of Menifee. From the City of Paris, we have Councilman David Rabb and Julio. Is Julio here? No. Oh yeah, Julio is here. Snuck in on me. We have Councilman David Rabb and Julio Rodriguez. Gentlemen, raise your hand to be recognized. And we have Judy Hani for the City of Paris to be recognized. Thank you, Judy. I also want to make sure that we recognize that we have the Mayor Pro Tem from the City of Menifee. He came up here earlier and spoke. John Denver. Councilman, raise your hand back there. Now, many of you don't know, but the county supervisor for both Menifee and Paris is Marion Ashley. And Marion Ashley is a graduate of Paris High School, and he would love to come to this event, but as you can imagine, as a county supervisor, he's real busy. But every month he sends the wonderful Dennis Gutierrez. Dennis, raise your hand to be recognized. One of our favorite businesses that comes out every month to support this is CR&R, Nicole Moore. Raise your hand, Nicole. She's right over there. She moved on me, but she's right over there. And again, I want to recognize people from my cabinet that are here that support this. Steve Swartz, our Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Steve, raise your hand. Tanya Davis, who is our Executive Director of Human Resources, and Marcy Savage, who is our Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services. Let's have a nice round of applause for these fine people. Okay, now, as we start thinking about Student of the Year, because remember now, this is it. We won't have any more breakfasts until September when we start looking at next year's senior class, who are our current juniors, as Student of the Month. So we're starting to think about Student of the Year. You'll be getting an application soon, and when you get that application, you need to fill it out. You can't just say, hey, I was Student of the Month, don't you remember me? It's an application, and it's competitive, and we have people who come in who don't know you. I'm not involved in this, neither are the principals or anybody at the schools, because we want to be as objective as possible. But to be Student of the Year is quite an honor, and this year we're going to be giving out $7,100 in scholarship money for Student of the Year. So it is a big deal. And we want to recognize those scholarship donors that are here today. They're all listed in your program. The Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce and the Paris Union Management Association. And Grant Bennett is, and Tanya Davis, of course, have worked really hard on that. And we have a golf tournament coming up on Saturday. And all the proceeds, nobody makes any money, but all the proceeds from that golf tournament go to the scholarship for Students of the Year for the Paris Union High School District. So if you're a golfer or know somebody who is and wants to join us, I think Grant can squeeze you in this Saturday. So please see Grant Bennett after that. So thank you, Grant and Tanya, for your leadership on that. So we also, obviously, the other scholarship donors are Fred Good and Associates, International Auto Crafters, Paris Plaza and Curtis Family Limited Partnership, Star Milling, and Sun Pro Solar. Now, Student of the Year, there's also gifts. And today, you're all going to be getting a gift bag that looks like this. But if you're Student of the Year, you get another gift bag. And in that gift bag, a number of sponsors from Swedish Speed Champion Towing, Mark Yarborough and his wife Shelley will give you engraved pens in your school colors. Costco will be supporting that, Fold Flops, CR&R, And again, it's really important that you understand that Student of the Year, you need to put in your application because it could be you. You could be Student of the Month in April, and when we do Student of the Year at the end of next month, and I believe we're doing it at the Lake Elsinore Storm. Okay. We're doing it at the Lake Elsinore Storm. They have a beautiful restaurant right there in left field and overlooks the entire stadium. And it's a great place. That's where we'll be doing Student of the Year. So hopefully you'll all apply for that. So now what we're going to do is switch the program. We're going to bring up the dignitaries who all want to say about 30 seconds of congratulations to you. Now, remember, these are dignitaries, and 30 seconds for somebody my age sometimes turns into 3 minutes. So what we're going to do is have a little quiz, and at the end I'm going to ask you which dignitary stayed closest to that 30-second limit that we're giving them. So I'm going to introduce the dignitaries. They're going to line up to my left. We're going to start with the City of Paris, Councilman David Reb and Julio Rodriguez. And Judy, if you want to join them, you can as well. From the City of Menifee, Mayor Scott Mann, and if he is still here, he's still here, he hasn't left yet. From Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office, we have 2. Because she thinks this is such a big event, she sent 2 of her top staff members here, Mario Herrera and Victoria Lopez. From Assemblyman Jose Medina's office, we have Carmen Cuevas. From Senator Mike Morell's office, we have Tom Wilson. From Senator Richard Ross' office, we have Alti Holcomb. I don't think Alti Holcomb has missed one of these events in like 3 years. It's like perfect attendance. From Congressman Mark Takana's office, we have Desiree Roden. From County Supervisor Mary Ashley's office, again, we have Dennis Gutierrez, and I'll follow up. And so, again, students, because you're all A students, you're doing well in school, bring out your stopwatch and see how close these dignitaries stick to 30 seconds. And we'll start off, I thought we were starting with the City of Paris, but they're letting you go first because you have to leave early. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor of Paris, Scott Mann. No, the Mayor of Menifee, Scott Mann. It's Mayor Scott Mann.
There you go. Because of that, I get 10 extra seconds. I want to take 5 seconds and recognize publicly, so some of you may not know, I know this is the Student of the Month breakfast, but just to recognize Principal Julie Zerold of Heritage High School for being selected as Riverside County's High School Principal of the Year for this year. Congratulations, Julie. That type of performance is indicative of why you are all here this morning. You are all to be congratulated. I'm honored to be here. This is the fun stuff that mayors get to do. Families, you should be proud of your student, and I know that each and every one of you are going to go on and do marvelous things. And like my colleague on my council said, Mayor Pro Tem Denver, come back after you go to college or after you go in the military, whatever you're going to do, create jobs, open a business, and bring that back here. And on behalf of my colleagues on the Menifee City Council, we're presenting each and every one of you with a certificate of appreciation and recognition for your outstanding academic achievement. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
On behalf of the City of Paris, on behalf of our mayor, the Honorable Darrell Bush, who could not make it because he is the chair of the RCTC, and the City of Paris, we'd like to congratulate all of the Student of the Month awardees. As a 2004 Paris High School graduate and a 2003 awardee of the Student of the Month, it just brings me much pride to see all the students here in the City of Paris. I also want to congratulate the parents for directing and guiding their students throughout those years. Brings to mind a Bible verse, Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So parents, thank you for training up your students to be excellent members of the community. I hope when you guys go off to your education, you come back to the community and you really make an impact here in the City of Paris, and if you so desire, the City of Menifee. But Paris is going to be doing great things in the future, so thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. I was Student of the Month in March, and I got Student of the Year, so it's possible. So again, congratulations to every single one of you. It's an immense honor, and it's so great to have every single one of you, especially the parents. I think a lot of you are at work, so it's great to see that you are out here supporting your kids. And so remember, I was going to read a quote, but it was kind of long. Look it up. It's called The Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. And so in the end, he says, remember to dare greatly. So dare greatly when you go out there and do wonderful things, okay? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carmen Cuevas, and I'm a field representative for Assemblyman Jose Medina. Real quickly, I just wanted to congratulate you all for your hard work and dedication. And we are actually also providing certificates of recognition for you. And we'd like to wish you continued success. Thank you.
That didn't count, did it? On my time. On your mark, get set. My name is Tom Wilson. I'm here representing Senator Mike Morrell, and I want to congratulate the students and all the hard work and all the hard work you have ahead of you, the family, and the support people, and also the educators that have encouraged and helped these folks along in their paths. So congratulations, and each of you will be getting a Senate certificate. Thank you.
Mr. Holcomb.
Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Senator Richard Roth, I'd like to congratulate each of today's honorees. I'd like to thank the parents, the students, and the staff members for contributing to their success. And hopefully I'll win the Brevity Award for the shortest speech. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Desiree. I'm with the Office of Congressman Mark Takano. I'd like to congratulate each of this month's recipients of the Student of the Month Award. May you continue to achieve in all of your academic success. And congratulations again, and good luck with everything you have planned. Congrats.
Good morning. I've never had only 30 seconds to lay out my spiel, so I'll be as brief as I can, and hopefully I'll compete with Alti for my the award for the short speech. But we represent Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez, and we would like to congratulate all of the honorees for making it this far, and especially to everybody that put this together. It means a lot to the kids, and especially as a recipient from this award back when I was in high school, it meant a lot to me. So congratulations to the students and for everybody here that put this together. Thank you.
Buenos días, familia. Jalen, Erica, Jose, one of my favorite singers because we both have the same name. Congratulations, congratulations. And just remember, like I've said this before on behalf, you always give me that opportunity, give back. And congratulations, porque si no fueran por sus hijos, no estuviéramos aquí. And thanks for the Marine Corps. God bless America. Gracias.
Well, I just checked my cell phone, and Alti Holcomb, you were the winner. You kept it, and of course, it wasn't missed by Master Sergeant Puebla because he said it takes a Marine to just say it and sit down. So congratulations. We talked about the gift bag that's behind me to your right. It includes a lot of great things. I'm not going to read everything that's in there, but students, you're going to get a lot of great things. From the City of Menifee, you have a water bottle, a key ring, a pin, a lanyard, a pedometer, a bag, and a mug. From the City of Paris, you have an insulated cooler bag, a notepad calculator. From New Life Fellowship Church, Pastor Ted Norton. Where's Pastor Ted? Did he leave again? Oh, he's over here. You start over there, then you end up over here. But Pastor Ted Norton has been coming to these events in all the 8 years I've been here, so I think you were even doing it before then. But Pastor Ted knows you're going to go to college, and when you go to college, you need to pray, not only for your family and for the safe being of everybody that's around you, your friends, and everyone else, but also you got to pray that you do pretty well on the calculus test the next day. And so we have a Bible. Pastor Ted has put a Bible in your bag as well. Reflections Christian Fellowship Church puts a Bible promise book in there as well. From Vistera Credit Union, we have a Subway gift card and card holder. Your Paris Lake High School is giving you a grad night ticket. Grad night ticket. Way to go, Mr. Hauser. From all the other high schools, you'll be getting a free prom ticket. And from the school district, you'll be getting movie tickets and a thing called thank you cards. This is a relic of the past. We didn't carbon date this to see how long this has been sitting up here. But seriously, students, these are thank you cards, and you can't text out thank yous. You can't send an email. You can't tweet it or do anything else, you really have to write a thank you note, and included in your bag is a list of all the people you need to thank. So the good news is you write the thank you note, you address it, you put it in the envelope, then you lick it and you seal it. If you watch Jimmy Fallon on Friday nights, he does his little thank you notes. Jimmy does it as well. So when you do it, when you finish the thank you notes, give them to your principal or your principal's administrative assistant, and they'll send it to us, and we'll pay for the postage. But again, you didn't get here by yourself. You got here standing on the shoulders of your parents, your teachers, and everybody, but also the business community that supports this event. And so please thank them. Spend the time to write those thank you notes in between studying. Okay, so now it's time to hear from our students. And Sally and I have artistic and creative differences on how to do this. She does it one way and I do it the right way. She's not here. She's probably not even in California. Now she's probably taping this, so I'm probably gonna get a message real soon. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start in the order as we are in the program, from Paris High to Heritage to Paris Lake to Paloma Valley. And here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna introduce, for example, in just a couple minutes here, I'm gonna introduce Mr. Nick Hilton, principal of Paris High School, our student of the month, and the family, as well as the honored teacher or staff person who's here to speak will come on up. And here's how they're gonna stand. The principal will stand right here, and right next to the principal will be the teacher or the staff member that's gonna speak about the student, then the student and their family. And you gotta crunch in really tight because we're having this videotape, and we wanna make sure that the DVD that we produce from this event shows everybody in the camera, everybody in the sight line. We don't wanna cut anybody off. So please make sure you stand in tight, because if you don't, Master Sergeant or Don Williamson will be doing this to you, because I'll be doing this to them on the side, and we don't want to do that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off first with the principal, and the principal has 1 minute. The good news about that 1 minute is the principals worked for me. They will stay at 1 minute, guaranteed. Then the teacher will speak. Now the teacher indirectly works for me, so many times they'll talk longer, but to be honest with you, we really want to hear from the teacher, because nobody at school knows the student better than the teacher or the staff member that's coming to speak. So they will then speak. And then we'll have the students speak. So the students, you're third. And please introduce your family. You have questions here to answer that you already know about, but the questions are as follows. What do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? What do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college or wherever you go from here? How do you plan on giving back, as we've talked about earlier today, or pay it forward? And then the fourth one is share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle you've overcome. You don't need to speak on all of them, but make sure you at least speak on a couple. Also, please tell us what you're going to do. If you're going off and joining the Marines, if you're going to college, if you're going somewhere else, doing something else, please let us know, because we're all interested and we all want to know a little bit about you. And then finally, one family member can speak. And this is probably the most touching part, because these are the people that have been with you from the beginning. And it's an opportunity for them to congratulate you, to tell them how much you mean to the family, and probably tell us that you're not as perfect as you seem, that your room's not clean, that sometimes you're not nice to your little brothers or sisters. So we want to make sure we find out how three-dimensional you are. So here we go. We're going to start with the Paris High School, Principal Nick Hilton, and our student of the month, Jose Guadalupe Aguirre, and his family. Please come on up to be recognized.
Good morning. First, I'd like to begin by thanking all of the sponsors. This event is just an amazing thing to have for our students each and every month, to be able to come in front of you and tell you about all the wonderful things that go on at our school and all of the wonderful students that are examples of those things. It's just can't tell you how much we enjoy it. First, a few couple words about Jose Aguirre. His teachers talked about how mature he is, how considerate and humble he is. Of course, he's academically outstanding, He's a president of our National Honor Society, but even more than that, he is a Panther. He works very hard for the betterment of Paris High School. This year he's taking such a rigorous academic schedule that he couldn't fit ASB into his schedule, so he's an honorary ASB member. He goes to all the events, he participates, he works just like an ASB student does, just for the betterment of our school. He doesn't get the grade, he doesn't get all the accolades that come as being a member of ASB, he just does it for the good of Paris High School. And I think that speaks to the kind of student and person that he is. With that, I'd like to turn it over to his teacher, Diane Pales.
All right, wrote my essay. Good morning, everybody. Describing Jose as an outstanding student is an understatement. I have known Jose since he was a freshman in my biology class, and now he's a student in my AP biology class. I nominated Jose as Student of the Month because he demonstrates a depth of understanding in many of his academic subjects I do not often see in many students. He challenges me as a teacher by bringing deep questions to class discussion. Personally, I find that he is mature, considerate, and a humble young man. Although he has a heavy academic load with 5 AP classes this year, Jose's passion for learning extends beyond the classroom. He is extremely involved in on-campus activities. He is a member of several engineering clubs and teams and currently serves as team captain in the robotics club. He is currently involved in preparing for the upcoming solar boat competition. He participates in service-oriented activities such as tutoring middle school and high school students in the after-school Think Together program, and as a member of Link Crew, of which he has held the offices of vice president and treasurer. He has been a member of the water polo, baseball, and volleyball teams, and he is currently president of Paris High School chapter of the National Honor Society. When I talk to some of my colleagues about Jose, they beam with pride because they have either had the pleasure of having him as a student or have worked with him to some capacity. Some of the quotes from my colleagues are, from Mrs. Annie Ibekwe, science teacher, he exhibits a level of maturity and consistency that surpasses most, and academically outstanding and very reliable. Mr. Rodriguez, our ASB director, he is an amazing student academically, but he is also a young man who has a heart of service. Not being able to fit in ASB into his schedule, he accepted the position of honorary ASB and serves Paris High School in that capacity. Ms. Dina Brusca, English teacher, he is extremely humble about his academics, never wanting to receive accolades for his various awards and scholarship opportunities. Others in class will share their accomplishments, but Jose sits quietly and listens, congratulating them, never speaking up about his own merits. I notice this often and smile at his strong character and willingness to allow others to share. And Ms. Angie Osuna, Link Crew advisor, had a very enthusiastic, Jose takes leadership to the next level. Jose, I'm very happy to take this time to comment on all your accomplishments. You make Paris High very proud. You're an exceptional young man, and I expect you will do great things in your future.
Hello, my name is Jose Aguirre. This is my mother, Maria, and my father, Jose Aguirre. And this is my teacher and mentor, Ms. Pels, and my principal, Mr. Hilton. Well, first off, what I want to say is thank you for all being here. It's very immense honor just to be standing in front of you all. And, well, to start off, what I think I'm going to be carrying most when I go to college is a lesson I learned throughout high school, which is that anything that's worth doing isn't easy. During the arduous journey, you're going to realize if you really want it or not. And that is just really spoken for itself for me. And what I really want to do for my community when I come back from college is actually give back to the STEM education, because that's where I got my start. And without it, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. And I'd like to thank the people who supported me, like Marcy Savage, with all the funds that she gave us for robotics and STEM. So thank you, personally. And that concludes my speech. Thank you. Probably Cal Poly San Luis Obispo or UC San Diego, because they're really just crazy at engineering. I love the school. Thank you.
Buenos días, yo soy la mamá de José. ¿Yo qué puedo decir de mi hijo? Que es un excelente hijo, un excelente ser humano, y sé que es muy perseverante, así que va a conseguir todo lo que él quiera en el futuro. No hay obstáculos, los obstáculos los ponemos nosotros Así que yo sé que él va a conseguir todo. En el futuro vamos a tener un ingeniero. Claro que sí. Gracias a todos los que han apoyado a mi hijo.
Good morning, everybody. My English is not so good. My wife says say thank you to everybody, and he knows his son, and he want to make sure he's got the engineer in the end of the day. So I want to say thank you to everybody. I really emotional. Thanks to all the teachers, everybody. I'm really proud of my son, and I want to keep it up. Thanks, everybody. I love you.
And next, for Heritage High School, Principal Julie Zerold.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be able to introduce Jalen Noble as our Student of the Month at Heritage High School. Jalen is one of those students that demonstrates leadership in just about everything that she does. Her work ethic is tremendous, and that's probably why she's the valedictorian. She has the highest GPA in our school right now. And I have no doubt that that's going to stand for the rest of the year as well. She's extremely hardworking. She's been at the forefront of just being a big part of our engineering program and the development of the STEM program at Heritage High School, and sharing that with the underclassmen and getting them excited about what's to come. I have no doubt what she's going to do when she goes off to college. She's going to do some tremendous things. With further ado, I'll introduce Stacy McPherson, her teacher.
Thank you. I can't follow your speech. Sorry. Jalen is always there. She's always the first and foremost student when you think, who can I get to? And it doesn't matter what the ending is. It's always Jalen. She's involved in many on-campus activities. She's an academic decathlon, National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation, and she is the president of our HHS robotics team. Jalen does not just participate as a member. She is always taking an active role. She's the president of the academic decathlon. She's also the president of our robotics club. She's the team captain for her first Tech Challenge robot. And she's not just a captain. She makes sure that she's very involved in every aspect. She does the designing. She helps with the building. She makes sure that her team always has a role and that everybody is always able to participate. She makes sure her engineering notebook is always impeccable, whether it's her that's writing it or her guiding the person who is taking care of it. Her participation with robotics helped her team win the Inspire Award in 2013. It's the top honor for a robotics competition. And she helped her team get to regional competition this year. When one of our other teams made it to super regionals, Jalen, as the president, decided to take the humble route and say, I really don't think it should be just me, a senior, that's the president, that deserves to go. I think it needs to be the students that can be an underclassman and represent our team and learn from what the experience is and bring back to our club. So Jalen bowed out of a really awesome opportunity. We missed her there, though. Jalen has chosen to take on a role of chemistry. I'm kind of a little excited about that. And I know that she'll do well in anything she endeavors to do in the future. I'm gonna miss her. She's not just my student, she's my kid. So I look forward to all the things you have to bring back.
First of all, I introduce myself. I'm Jalen Noble. Thank you to what you guys have said. And thank you to all of you who are here today and for this accolade that you have allowed me to receive today. This is my mom, Bernice, and my dad, Nestor. So what I believe is my greatest contribution is actually what Ms. Mack was mentioning was my role in leading our STEM program and in leading our robotics team. I find that program to be very dear to my heart. I've been there since we've started the FTC program, and also I'd like to thank Ms. Savage and Ms. Diane Martin, who's not here, for everything that they've done for our program and helping us get as far as we did. My most significant life lesson that I'll take is that sometimes things won't go your way in the way you expect it to, but you have to understand to pick yourself back up and adapt to the situation and make it the best you can do. Make it the best you can possibly be so you can take advantage of everything that's going on around you and not get knocked down or discouraged. I plan to give back to the community by, after going through chemistry and hopefully a career in pharmaceuticals, I plan to also become a teacher and become a person like Ms. Mack and like Ms. Zierl that can help lead the future generation into becoming successful leaders like you all are. 2 years ago, my sister actually stood here and got Student of the Month and later Student of the Year. And I'm very proud to say that I have followed in her footsteps and I have also become valedictorian like her. And I've not only reached the expectations she set forth, but to me, I'd like to think I've kind of, gone a little farther than her. As I am very proud to say, I am choosing in between Berkeley and UCLA for a major in chemistry. So that's my plan in life. And introduce my dad. Now let's see.
Good morning, I'm Nestor Noble, and this is the first time I heard Jalen said that she's following her sister's footsteps. Actually, it's tough growing up, especially the youngest one in the family, when your siblings, your brother and sisters excelled academically in elementary and high school. So Jalen never wanted to be called the little sister or the sister of her sisters. She always wanted to be called Jalen. Oh, she gets mad when people calls her by her sister's name. She gets upset, and Miss Mack knows about that.
Just once.
Anyway, Jalen has a different way of studying. I've observed that from my kids. I had 3 other kids, and the oldest one, she always competes against herself. The next one, Jaren, she always wanted to know how the others are doing, so she competes against the others. And my son, he's always, typical boy. You ask him to write 2 pages, he writes 1 page and 2 sentences on the second page. All of us did that, all boys. And most of us anyway. And Jalen, what she does is she competes against the subject. She looks at the subject and she studies by patterns. She studied by timing, and she makes the subject easier for her. She finds a way how to make the subject easier, and that's so unique about her. She's the most reliable in the house. She always cleans. You don't need to tell her to clean her room. She always washes dishes. She has to. She cleans the house. And sometimes, when I get upset, the house is not clean. She's always crying because she's the only one who's cleaning actually, and her siblings are not cleaning. Okay, of course, she got accepted also in UCSD, but both of her sisters, one is in USSD, she's in ROTC, UCSD, and the oldest one graduated in USSD, so of course UCSD is out. And ladies and gentlemen, in a few years she's going to be a school teacher. And your children, grandchildren is probably going to be her students. And I assume you that they're going to be great students because Jalen is trained by one of the greatest staff and faculty members of high school, and that's Heritage High School. Thank you very much.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Dean Hauser from Paris Lake High School.
Thank you, Julia. All right, what would I say about Erica Shiakawa? Quiet, but speaks loudly with her actions. She accepts a challenge. She's been in this country for about 2 years from Tokyo, Japan. You can imagine the shock in the culture and language for her over the last couple of years. She's the first name that I call when we have our attendance behavior awards presentation every 6 weeks. She gets a gold level certificate, and the only people who get that are those with a 3.75 GPA. No absences, no tardies, no referrals. You have no idea what a referral looks like, do you? I would show you one, but she's not coming back. She is an early graduate. She finished right before spring break. So she has a little time off before she starts the next school. And I have no doubt that it will not be the last time that Erica finishes before she should and with great results. So with that, I'm going to introduce Martha Puente, one of our teachers that will talk about Erica.
Good morning. It's always a pleasure to represent any student from Paris Lake High School. As we know, some of our students come with either a lot of burdens or challenges that they tend to overcome. And Erica, being an English learner coming from Japan, she's only been here for about 2 years, has overcome this challenge. Not only was she an early graduate, but she just got the news that she did pass her KC, her English portion of her KC, so she's on a great path. The essays that I've gotten from Erica, the work that she's turned in, she's dedicated, she comes every single day. She's very quiet, very shy, but when the day came to do her presentation in front of the class, she just blew everyone away. She did what she had to do. She's going to be an exceptional leader. She is looking forward to getting her driver's license next and attending college. So she is an exceptional student, and like I said, she's a diamond in the rough who's going to go very far. And it's always a pleasure and an honor to work with any English language learner, because we know not only is it hard to immerse in the language and the culture, but just taking the challenge within itself. And Erica is just one of those people who will excel and make her family very proud.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Erika Shiokawa from Paris Lake High School. This is my mom and Ms. Puente and Mr. Hauser. It has been Thank you. It has been more than 2 years since I came to America. The main problem that I encountered was the language barrier. I had a hard time coping with my subjects as well as adapting to the culture and people around me. By the time I made some friends and coping with my subjects in my first school, I had to move to Paris Lake High School. At first, I was not happy about it, knowing that it would be a different environment, different teachers and classmates. However, I realized later on that moving to Paris Lake High School was for my benefit and advantage. The school has a smaller number of students, thus there is a feeling of warmth and family atmosphere. The principal, teachers, and school staff know mostly everyone. That's why I felt that all students are being properly monitored and taken care of. Going to Paris Lake High School had given me confidence and courage to do my best in my studies. I was surprised myself that I was doing well with my subjects as compared to before. My success could be attributed to my commitment, hard work, and motivation to achieve my goals in life. I realized that as long as one does his best and never give up, then he can succeed in life. I want to thank my teachers, the faculty and staff of Paris Lake High School, and of course my mom and siblings. Because of your continued support, I could be at this point of finishing high school. What is my biggest contribution to my school and society? I believe that finishing high school and aspiring to pursue college and becoming a good and law-abiding person is already a great contribution. If everyone will have this goal, then we can achieve a better community and society. I plan to pursue college and maybe take up a course related to science like nursing. I hope to be somebody who can be of service to the community in the future. Lastly, thank you to the sponsors of this event.
Hello, good morning, and this is Lori Shiokawa, the mother of Erica. I would like to congratulate Erica and also all the other students here and also the other families here and the faculties here. I'm really very proud of my daughter because despite of the language difference, she was able to make it here. I was really happy yesterday when I found out that she passed CASI after I don't know, 3 times. But when she arrived here 2 years ago, after 3 months, she took the math, the CASI part math, and she just passed it with the flying colors, but with the English part, well. And she never gave up. I was so proud that she was cool in it. It's like, oh, there will be a next time, Mom. Don't worry about it. There will be a next time. And then I said, you're going to graduate soon, and what about the CASI? And then yesterday I learned from the school, wow, congratulations. And so she is the type of student who has her own pace, and you cannot force her to, study, but she just have to do her best, especially when the exams coming or when the reports are coming. So she really is she had sleepless nights just to finish all her reports. She's the type who doesn't want to memorize, but she is the type who wants to analyze stuff. That's why she's good in mathematics, but she is poor in history. So she never gives up in one problem in mathematics, wherein she will really find out what and why and how did I come up to that answer. She will really never give up, but once she found out that, oh, this is why I found this answer. So she's happy about, she's satisfied after knowing the final result. So I know that she is hardworking, and I hope that she can pursue whatever field she wants to pursue, and she will come back here in the community to be of service. Also, to be able to thank all the people who supported her along the way to achievement her goals in life. Thank you very much once again.
And I want to introduce the principal at Paloma Valley High School, Don Williamson.
Well, good morning, and once again, congratulations to all of our students this morning. You're all examples of leaders and future leaders that we're going to have in our world, and I tell you what, you find examples of the students we have today. And Jose Urqueta is no exception. I tell you what, every day I come on campus and I see Jose, and he walks by, he always makes sure that he says, "Good morning, Mr. Williamson." He's one of those people, he gives back. He gives back to he's one of the cadets we have in our NJROTC program. And I'd like to commend him and Master Sergeant, because our program went to the Super Bowl in San Diego? Coronado. And they came in 3rd place down there and qualified them to go to Pensacola, Florida to the Navy Nationals. They're one of the top 25 NJROTC groups in the nation, and it's because of Master Sergeant, and it's because of Chief Warrant Officer Urqueta. You know, he's one of 9 Chief Warrant Officers in the cadet program, and he's got huge responsibilities. He works hard at giving back to his cadets, and I tell you what, he does that every day. He also participates in the Explorer program. He finds time for that. He has a job. He works at Stater Brothers, and I know he gives back to his family, and I'm so proud to have him as a Paloma Valley Wildcat. And without further ado, Master Sergeant Puebla.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me please start off by saying to my distinguished guests in the audience, thank you for being here. Your leadership, your example, is exactly what I want to illuminate about this young man. See, one of the things I think that separates him from the majority of people his age is the example that he sets. You know, his example, I'm not only talking about in academics and personal appearance and physical fitness, but I'm talking about the courtesies. A moment ago, Mr. Williamson mentioned about saying verbal greetings such as good morning and holding a door open or saying thank you, things of that nature. Sometimes seems like a lost art. But with his example, that's one of the growth aspects of our program when we have leaders. Now, you mentioned Chief Warrant Officer. He's actually a Chief Petty Officer. Now, out of 220 cadets, and I only have 9, he's in the top 10%. He does it by his consistent example. always wearing a smile, always ready to take a challenge. When I need to accomplish a mission, a few cadets come to mind, and anytime I task this young man with something, he goes through above and beyond, more than the minimum. And I think that's what we're trying to achieve with all our young ones. You know, this example piece, whether it's parents setting the example for their kids, teachers setting the example for their students, leaders setting their example for their employees, this young man is on the right track. And it brings me great joy and pride to say congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, Master. Thank you, Mr. Williamson. My name is Jose Urquieta. Well, first of all, I'd like to start off by thanking all of you for being here. I would like to congratulate also all the my other fellow students of the month. Me personally, I never thought I would be receiving this kind of award out of all the other seniors. You know, there's many other great students at all the other schools. Academically, you know, everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses. So I just never thought I'd be receiving this kind of award. I'd also like to thank Sizzler for having us here this morning, preparing such a great breakfast. It was delicious. So a little bit about myself. I joined ROTC my sophomore year. I've been in ever since, and ROTC has been just a great influence in my life. You know, it's become a part of who I am, and definitely made me the person I am today. Master Sergeant has taught us, you know, great courtesies, common courtesies and values. You know, one of the things that I'm going to take to college, one of the life lessons is everything you do matters. You know, whether it's just greeting someone on a day-to-day basis, or you're helping somebody out with a personal problem, everything you do affects them. It affects others, and we potentially have the potential to influence others' lives. One way I plan on giving back to my community is I enlisted in the Marine Corps, and I plan on coming back and joining law enforcement after that. I would like to also say special thanks to my parents for supporting me, and everything that I do. I definitely wouldn't be the person I am without them. My mother, for Veronica, and my dad, Jose. Thank you.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Verónica Urquieta, mamá de José Urquieta. Estoy muy orgullosa de tener un hijo tan responsable. Nunca hemos tenido problemas. Muy buen estudiante, trabajador, honesto. Gracias a la escuela, los maestros, director, el sargento, sus ejemplos me lo han hecho a mi hijo. Gracias a todos.
Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es José Jesús Urquieta, papá de José. Pues, ¿qué les puedo decir de mi hijo? Un gran estudiante, muy buen amigo, con muchas ganas de salir adelante, de llegar a ser un líder. Pues, ¿qué más le puedo decir? Después de un buen hijo, un buen amigo, con muchas ganas de salir adelante. Y orgullosos de ser papá de este.
Sure. So basically what my parents said is they're very proud of me, the person who I've become. They also thanked Master Sergeant Puebla, Mr. Williamson. They've played enormous roles in who I've become today. Not only me, but also my other fellow students at Paloma Valley High School. And they are just great people. Thank you all for being here.
All right, at this time, I'd like to bring back up to the podium Dr. Greenberg.
Well, if that isn't a wow factor, I don't know what is. Those 4 students, you want to say they're going to become great people, but they already are. Many of the students we see here, even at Student of the Month, you say, gosh, I can't imagine what they're going to be like in 5 or 10 years. But I look at the students today and just amazing. Jose, the work you've done at Paris High School, the selflessness of who you are and what you do. You're a quiet leader, but somebody who's going to attain great the capacity that you have for greatness is beyond description, and I congratulate you for everything you've done. And I think the story that sticks with me most is the fact that you're involved in ASB even though you couldn't fit it into your schedule. It says a lot about who you are. Well, Jaylyn, I remember recognizing your sister. She was an amazing student, but you are great in your own right and different. The STEM program at Heritage is not only a great facility, but with the leadership of your teacher and a couple of other people there at school, that program has just taken off, and you have been a big part of that. And coming back as a classroom teacher, Mr. Swartz is madly trying to find on his phone the application so we can have you fill it out right now, because it would be an honor to have you teaching in our district. And congratulations wherever you end up going, but certainly UCLA would probably be my first choice. Cal Bears, yeah. Anyway, Erica, wow. You know, some of us struggle to speak one language, and in 2 years, you passed the KC in English Language Arts, which is a tremendous accomplishment. And what you talk about is hard work. Your character speaks about somebody who could have given up, could have said, hey, look, I'm 16 years old, 15 years old, coming to a new country, I don't speak English that well, and now I got to take all these subjects, and now I'm in a school where I'd really rather be somewhere else. But you made the best of the situation. You found great teachers like Ms. Puente and others who became role models for you, and you decided, you know what, I can do this. And I wish we could capture your story. There are a lot of English learners in the state, in this country, who haven't put forward the effort that you have. And in a short period of time, you're not an English learner anymore. The way you speak English and the performance you've done in the classroom have proven that you are capable, and I think you'll be a great nurse if that's what you decide to do. But whatever you do, you'll be successful. And last but not least, Jose. Jose, when he speaks at the microphone, you almost feel like, I want to vote for him for President of the United States. He just has a natural way of speaking, and speaking from the heart. The Marine Corps is frankly lucky to get you. I know you'll be a superstar there, and if you come out and work in law enforcement, we'll be grateful to work with you. But I think that there's a political future for you as well, because you seem to be the one who wants to give back to his community. Now, all these students are quiet leaders. The one thing they have in common is we've had students up here before, and you can tell they have a gift for gab, and you know, they're little actors and actresses and future politicians and such, or maybe even superintendents. But clearly the group we have here today is a group of students who are very quiet. And the word that Sally gave me some choices, and every month we have John C. Maxwell, who is he's a preacher, he's an enthusiast, he's a public speaker, he owns his own company and goes out and moves companies together through organizational development. And each day he has a word of the day that he speaks about. And the word of the day today is tough. And again, each one of our students have persevered through tough situations. I think it was Jose who said it best. If it's not hard, then it's not. And if something really isn't really difficult for you, then it's probably something that you shouldn't be working for. So anything good, anything that you really have to work hard for is worth doing. And Jose said it better than me, but here's John C. Maxwell on the word tough. As soon as my phone cooperates. I may need Mr. Swartz to come up here and help me with this. Just kidding. Here we go. Here we go. Here's Dr. Maxwell.
Carrie Bertram from Jupiter, Florida. Hey, I live close to there, Carrie. Is a server, and today's Friday challenge word on Minute with Maxwell is the word tough. Carrie, are you tough? Are you a person that can handle adversity? Are you a person that can bounce back after difficult things happen to you? You know, tough is a good word if it's a one that means resilient, if it's one that means that I don't quit, if it means that I am constantly in a state of stretching and growing and learning and facing adversity and conflict. You see, we all have that. Now, tough I don't think is a good word if it means I'm calloused and I'm guarded and I've been hurt, so I've got fences up and I don't want anyone to get close to me. So it could go either way. But for you, Carrie, I'm going to take it as it means I'm able to get back up. I had a friend one time in college who said, John, I'm never down. I said, what do you mean you're never down? He said, I'm either up or getting up. I like that. He's tough. You get knocked down, get back up. Carrie, that's for you, that's for me, that's for everybody. I met with Maxwell. Why don't you take some action today? What do you need to be tough in? What do you need to kind of bounce back from? Whatever it is, let's make this your day to be tough.
And describing our students, while I would say they're quietly tough, I think the word that comes to mind would be the word tenacious. Tenacious is being quietly, stubbornly tough and willing to, when you get knocked down, get back up and face your problems and solve them. Because it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up and face the problems in your world. And when you do that every single day, you'll be incredibly successful. So, with that, I'm going to just finish the program here by saying that we have some students to recognize. As you know, they've been very unobtrusive, but we have Randy Hughes. Randy, could you raise your hand? Randy Hughes from Paloma Valley High School, who's back there. He teaches video production. Thank you, Mr. Hughes, for coming. He used to be able to do this at lunchtime. We used to do this at lunch, and it was a lot easier, but he gets up at the crack of dawn, or probably before, in order to get his students here. I'd like to introduce the students, assuming I can read their writing. This is the video crew from Paloma Valley High School. They not only produce this event or capture it, they then have to go back and put it together into a DVD. And the good news for the parents and families, you'll get a complimentary copy of today's program. So Jalen, you can send it to your sister, a copy. Don't send her an original because you may not get it back. But you can send her a copy. But seriously, you have friends and relatives either in other states or other countries, and you can share it with them because this is a very proud parent moment. So the video crew, the technical director is Jake Harati. The video mixer is Skylar Fontaine. The audio mixer is Jesus Moreno. And the camera people are Grant Williams. Which one's Grant's back there? Mackenzie Russell over here. And Lofton Edwards over here. Notice Lofton Edwards. He has got a tie on. He looks. I think they had a little game with the technical crew, Mr. Hughes. I think they played chicken with him and said, "Hey, we're all getting dressed up." And then they didn't, and he did. But you look great today, Lofton. Anyway, on behalf of the both Chambers of Commerce, the school district, and everyone here in the Paris and Menifee Valleys, congratulations to our students of the month. Thank you all for coming. And students, if you could come up and get your bags, we're going to take a picture out front and make sure that that gets in the newspaper. Again, thank you for everybody for coming today, and congratulations to our students.